We started attending the Sarasota Boys and Girls Club when it was still the Boys Club. I do not remember what year it was, but I was 5, my brother was 6. We kind of watched it evolve as we grew up there. It was a really awesome and amazing experience. My mother was a single mother. She needed some place for us to go after school. And there was the sports and there was the playgrounds and there was the different programs. We did Keystone and Torch Club, Ready, Set, Go, Smart Moves. I still have some friends that I gathered from when we were children, but I think the strongest connections that I made were with the staff. Miss Dawn, she was like a big sister or a mom. She just somebody you went to that you would get guidance from. I got married and the marriage was not the best of marriages. I got involved in some domestic violence, and then when we moved back to Florida, I thought that maybe with the fresh start things would get better, but it did not get better. I went and found Miss Dawn and asked for some help and some guidance on how to proceed forward. I left my husband, and then about a year later, I was working at a preschool and I was diagnosed with cancer. And then I went and found Miss Dawn again. Even after all that happened, that she was still there for me. And that the next day when I went to the club, she was there and pointed me in the right direction still. During the time when I was coming up to the end of my high school graduation, there was a point where my home life and school weren't compatible. I was leaning towards dropping out of school and just getting a job. With the support of the club and with the mentorship that I received from the club, I did decide to finish and to graduate high school. I think that was probably one of the best choices that I ever made and best guidance that I ever received from anyone. Sometimes you don't get exactly what you want in life, but with determination and hard work, you have seen that you can succeed and become successful. Shade was born in Nashville, Tennessee. We moved to Florida, and Shade is now 12 years old, and some of his interests are computers, coding, robotics. He's starting to like art, so he's starting to do like comic books, and during the summer he enjoys the Ringling program, so he's in the storytelling and writing at this moment. I decided to enroll Shade in the club because it was such an important aspect of my life that I was sure that he would gain the social skills and the emotional skills that he would need in order to interact with all different kinds of people. The different options for Shade is he's not into athletics. Shade's into coding and computers and reading and schoolwork. So with all the different variety of people, he gets to interact with intellectual friends and with sports friends. That way he has a better group of friends, more rounded. As a parent that also attended the Boys and Girls Club, being able to see the same qualities that were available to me back then, such as a safe place to be, the family environment, social and emotional skills that I developed while I was there, to see the progression of the programs that have led to my son being able to have the opportunities that he has now with like the careers and the scholarship guidance and the coding and the computer programs and the art lessons and the creative writing lessons. It's great to see how the Boys and Girls Club is evolving to not just handle sports and social emotional, but to take on the arts and education as well. I think for myself, the club takes on a whole different meaning than it would for other parents. For me, since I started from the age of 5 and I grew up there, and some of the life experiences that I've had have, I've always turned back to the club for guidance and for support. For me, the club has always been my personal support system. It wasn't something that I just attended and walked away from. It was something that I grew with, and it helped me progress and grow as a person, even as an adult.